Hey, this is Cherie and Bert with Free Will Homestead. We wanted to shoot this short little video today to bring everybody up to speed and to tell y'all why we have not done a video in over a month.
We've had some major issues around here in the last month and a half. I've had epilepsy since I was 11 years old and I'm now 50. They found a scar on the back of my brain and I had brain surgery. They removed the scar. I'm still not allowed to lift over 5 pounds. I go back to my doctor in about a week, and if he releases me, then I will be able to do more work around here. Also, my dad, who was 87 years old, he went down really fast, and about a week ago he passed away, and it's been a heartbreaking thing around here.
If you'll go back to our first video, our introduction video, we tell y'all the reason why we started our YouTube channel. Bert's dad, who bought 3 acres years and years ago, he farmed or he gardened on 3/4 of an acre, and he grew a big garden every single year. Me and Bert asked him to show us the ropes, show us how to garden, and all that. So this year our plans was for him to show us all that. We were able to plant the potato garden. However, we wasn't able to video it. It happened so late in the day when we done the harvesting that we didn't have time to grab the camera. We did, however, harvest 220 pounds of red potatoes, and we are going to show y'all where we have stored them. Our plans going forward is to take over where he left off, and I'll let Bert explain to y'all about the garden and what we lost this year and what our plans are going forward.
Before my dad passed away, we went for almost 3 weeks without any rain here. The ground got really hard, but we had planted before then. The ground got so hard in our garden that we couldn't even, we have these little hairs behind our, if you go back to one of our videos, I'll show you this little lawnmower that we use almost as a cultivator. And those little hairs wouldn't even cut the ground. Even with me standing on them, they still would not cut the ground. The ground is just that hard. And through all of the troubles that we've had in the last month and a half, we wasn't able to tend to the garden the way we normally should have or would have. And the weeds have taken over the garden, and we have not made any peas this year. So the set of hairs that I have behind our tractor, they're broke right now. My uncle, who lives right up the road from us, has offered to come down and harrow the garden for us. And I have the bottom plows, and I plan to cut the ground with the bottom plows. And at the beginning of September, we plan on growing some corn. So that's what's happened to our garden this year. Through the troubles and the trials, we've been through a lot, and that's the reason we haven't shot any videos.
We do plan on taking y'all outside now and showing y'all that we did, in the small garden, we did plant some squash. That was probably the last thing that he showed us how to plant was squash and okra. The okra did not come up in the small garden. The squash, however, did. I think we've got about 4 plants out there that I've been harvesting off of. I did grow a small little bell pepper plant in my small little garden off to the side. We'll show you that. We're going to show you how the weeds have taken over the peas that were planted. And then again, Bert's going to, when we go to plow the garden and till the garden or whatever, we'll take you on that as well.
Thank you. As you can see, the weeds have really taken over the garden during this last month and a half. And it's caused, like I said, my uncle's going to come down here in the harrow course, and then I'm going to turn the land and let all this grass and weeds rot so that we can re-harrow and replant some corn at the beginning of September. So this has been our place for the last month and a half, and that's the reason we haven't been shooting any videos. Over here, we did plant some squash and some okra. The squash has made it, and we've gotten some squash out of here, but the okra didn't make it. We took that over. They didn't make it. But we have gotten a few buckets of squash, and we still have several blooms. And actually, there it is. That's right there. It's a little small. I'll give it another day or two before I replant, before I come down and get it. But there are several blooms in here, and they're about to grow. We'll get quite a bit more squash out of this, but like I say, the okra did not make it.
Okay, here is my small garden, and there you can see there's a sunflower, but right behind it is a bell pepper plant that I planted, and it's got two or three small peppers. There's one right there. Okay, and there's another one right there that I got going. And then in this garden, I just planted a variety of marigolds. I got some broccoli. I planted a whole row of broccoli, but I only see one made it. And then I planted some lilies. And this is my tomato plant that I planted from seed. And then there's another one right there. See if I can get it. There we go. Right there, that made it. And then I've got a couple of strawberries in here, and then this is huge old sunflower. I just cannot wait for it to bloom. So we did, and this garden's been fairly easy to maintain throughout everything that we've been going through, simply because it's in a raised bed, and I went and put the cardboard down, and then I put the soil down, but I do still have some weeding that I need to do. And then over here, I've got to get over here sometime today or tomorrow. I've got 2 pepper plants here. There was 4, but 2 of them didn't make it. But I've got 2 pepper plants here that I'm going to try to get the grass out from around and try to salvage them. Okay, now we're in the what we call the blue shed. And here is all of our 220 pounds of red potatoes that we grew this year and we harvested. You see little holes, that's where we've been giving some away here and there. But he showed us how to plant potatoes, and we will remember how to do that for next year. So now that we've showed you everything that is currently where it's at, garden, squash, potatoes, our plan moving forward, like Bert said, is to plow everything under in the garden. The peas apparently got overrun by the weeds. and we just was not able to maintain it because of everything that we currently had going on. So in September we will plant corn. We have a few projects around the house, some cleaning that we want to do. So we will bring you along to show you that. Also, an update on our loquat trees that we planted. If you go back and watch that video, we planted 9 along that fence row so that they would grow up and make a pretty fence row. It looks like we've lost about 3 or 4 because of the drought, the 3-week drought. Bert being in the hospital, his dad being sick and ill, we just was not able to get down there and water them religiously like we've been doing. So we've lost about 3 or 4 of those. We'll be replanting some of that. We'll be replanting those that we've lost. We've got a couple of trees to take down around the property. We've got the tin shop has a lean-to that we like to store wood under. We're going to be repairing that. But this is all branches on, and this all falls on if his doctor releases him next week. If he releases him according to what he says he can and cannot do, then we're going to hit the ground running with some of those projects. We encourage y'all to come along with us. If you're liking our videos so far, we thank you too for the 35 subscribers. When we left off video, we had 28. When I opened it up a couple of days ago, we had 35. So thank y'all for watching our videos and for subscribing. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing and liking our channel and hit that notification bell. Thank you, and God bless.